exchange exclusive is Pablo Disi, the president and CEO of Volkswagen Group of America, which recently rolled out its first EV produced in the United States. Pablo, great to have you with us.
Hi, Melissa. Thanks for having me.
How is the demand out there right now, especially with so many competitors out there?
Well, the demand continues to be strong. As I go through our dealer network, visiting in different cities across the U.S., I see that the demand continues to be strong for electric vehicles. And I think that will continue throughout 2023. So I'm cautiously optimistic because also, Melissa, we have a good order bank. So we have a good order that it will carry on into 2023.
So reservations.
Correct.
But those are not guaranteed sales, correct?
They're not guaranteed sales. They're contracts behind them. And there are customers that want the vehicles.
Right.
And again, as I walk through the dealer network, the customers continue to want the vehicle.
Right. Interest rates have shot up to the point where some, car payments per month is higher than rent for some people out there. And I'm wondering how you think about financing and how that could impact demand for a car.
Yeah. So, Melissa, from a macro point of view, I think the Fed is moving into the right direction, right? We need to get inflation under control, under the belt, overall in the economy. Obviously, the payments are increasing. On the other hand, the residual values of the cars have increased as well. So that mitigates a little bit the inflationary effect. And I think at the end of the day, the demand will slow down a little bit. Now, will not decrease, but it will slow down. And the supply and demand will be matched, and the prices will stabilize by next year.
I mean, right now you're still dealing with supply chain issues, so you can't even fulfill the orders necessarily that customers have. So in terms of that trade-off, when the supply chain issues are worked out and you've got that full flow of cars, is there any concern that the demand won't necessarily be there on the other side? That's
a great point, Melissa. I think we're never going back to the old days of having huge amounts of inventory in our dealer network or in the factory. So we're going to need to be quick to read the market and adjust our production going back and forth so we don't have a huge amount of stock. But going to your question, particularly on supply chain, I think we still have issues on the suppliers and primarily on the logistics side. But things have significantly improved versus 2021, and I think they will improve in 2023.
Right. We were just talking off camera about the price of lithium and how it shot up, and then it's come down and sort of stabilized at this point. But with so many players out there, so many manufacturers increasing their EV targets by 2030 or whatever date you want to put out there, is there enough lithium, and how much will that lithium cost? Are we going to see another surge in price? Because if all of you guys are right in your forecast, that's a lot of batteries to be made.
Well, I think we're in a specific time in history, right? If you think about the cell phone industry or the laptop industry, when everybody was buying those, technology came along and we made improvements. So I think the battery technology, there's a lot of knowledge out there, but I think through R&D, through innovation, the minerals will come down and the cost of the battery will come down by 2030.
Okay, and I got to ask you, so we were just talking about Elon Musk, and this may seem off topic to you, but I'm curious if you think that what is going on with Twitter will help at all, if there's any sort of tarnishing of the Tesla brand, perception of Tesla because of Elon Musk and what he's doing at Twitter, that could actually be helpful to Volkswagen and Volkswagen sales.
Well, I work for Volkswagen, so I can only comment on VW. And I can tell you that we have great products, 25 products, electric products by 2030. We have a great and bright future ahead of us.
Are they the ones that you're gunning for, though, Tesla, in terms of competition?
Yeah, I mean, when we look at 2030, we believe the electric vehicles will be about 50%.
Right.
Our portfolio will be about 55% of electric vehicles by 2030. So we're not going after one particular company. We need to continue investing in innovation, in manufacturing in the U.S., bringing jobs here, having more regional content right here in the U.S., and obviously be connected with the consumer, like we did with the ID bus. When consumers think about the ID bus, they think about the heritage of our brand and brings those good memories back to Volkswagen.
All right. Pablo, great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Melissa.
Pablo Disi. What day? Number 60 day on the job?
Number 60, yeah.
Lucky number 60. All right. Thanks, Pablo.
Thank you.